If you call yourself a gamer, Hollow Knight is a must-play game, and you should at least try it for a few hours. This is as perfect of a game as it can be, and what I like about this is that no matter when you will play this game will feel like brand new. It doesn't matter whether you played it 10 years ago, even though it's not that old, or you're gonna play it 10 years from now, it will still feel fresh because it's that good. But there is a reason for that. There are actually several reasons for that. And let me talk about this, why Hollow Knight is a must-play game for everyone, and why if you haven't tried it, you should. And when usually gamers are choosing the game, they usually choose it for few different reasons. And these reasons are usually visuals, the gameplay, and the story. These are the three main reasons why people are playing the games. Main ones. And different combination of them is making a great game. But today, about the Hollow Knight, I want to talk about not just these three, but add also the fourth reason why you should play games in general, and why you should play Hollow Knight as well. Let's start with a very simple one about the Hollow Knight, and it's visuals. At first, you might think that Hollow Knight does not look that impressive, but as you will play it, as you will continue progressing through it, and as you will take a look into details, you will realize how masterfully made this game is. And at first, you might think, okay, this is a cartoonish graphics. And because of this cartoonish graphics, or rather because of its art style, this game is basically immortal. Doesn't matter when you will play it, it will look absolutely perfect. Unlike the pixel art games, it will look brand new anytime you will play. Doesn't matter whether it's today or 10 years from now. But it's not just that. It's how the light actually plays in this game and how the layering in this game works. This is a fully 2D game, but when you'll play it, the layering in this game is absolutely superb. You're gonna see at least few dozen levels of depth, not just behind your playable character, but in front of it as well, giving you the feel of full 3D environments. The lighting, the color, the vignetting, it feels and looks absolutely amazing, and this is a masterfully crafted visual masterpiece. But you know what's fun? It is almost entirely handcrafted. Yes, it's basically hand-drawn. That's why it looks absolutely amazing. And even animations are hand-drawn. That's why they look kinda choppy, because they did not make a lot of frames for those animations. But even like that, it looks absolutely amazing. There's very few things in the entire gaming industry that looks that good. And yeah, no matter whether you like this style or not, you have to agree that this is absolutely amazingly looking game. But yeah, usually not a lot of people are buying games, at least not the side-scrolling Metroidvanias for their looks. People are buying this for the gameplay. And here, it is also absolutely amazing and prevailing in every step of the way. First things first, many people are calling this 2D Dark Souls. And I would say this is kinda not a great comparison to this game and to Dark Souls as well. People are calling this Dark Souls because this game is difficult. Yep, it's not easy. It's not hand-holding you. And yeah, I kinda understand what they're trying to say, but most of the Metroidvanias are difficult like that. In most of the Metroidvanias, you need to learn the boss attack patterns in order to defeat them. You need to learn how the enemies move in order to defeat them, in order to incorporate your own moves against them. That's just how Metroidvania and this genre works. So going into and calling this a Dark Souls is kind of a bit lazy if you ask me. But for the sake of the gamers, for the sake of everyone else, let's call it 2D Elden Ring instead. It's not really a fair comparison neither to this game nor to Elden Ring, but still, let's go and call this a 2D Elden Ring. You know why? Because of how open this world is. You can move in whatever way that you want, even though not every path is accessible immediately, but it's basically the same thing in Elden Ring as well. You're given a chance to go and explore and do whatever you want, and you do this in this game. And this game gives you a challenge, the thing that is mostly loved by Soul-like gamers. And yeah, this game is difficult. And even though it's really challenging, what's really lovable about this game is that this difficulty curve is not that steep. The game is just gradually becoming difficult as you progress through. And even though it's quite challenging from the very beginning, it's not really overwhelming. You have limited sets of moves, and enemies are also having limited sets of moves as well, but as you progress, you are becoming an absolute machine of destruction and machine of movement as well. Because yeah, in 2D Metroidvanias, you need to master movement maybe a little bit more than master combat. Because yeah, learning how to dodge enemy attacks is equally important, if not far more important, than attacking yourself. Because usually enemies can be taken down in a few attacks, but you also can be taken down to a few attacks as well, so you need to learn how to dodge them effectively. And what I like about this game is that you unlock new abilities and new things all the way through the end of the game. Usually in many games, you unlock most of the stuff closer to the middle of the game, or maybe at just a little bit later, but this game, just you unlock a lot of things all the way till the end. Basically forces you, or rather makes you want to complete the game to see what else that you can do in this game. And with absolutely beautiful environments, this is just another reason to push on. But even that's not all. Many people are playing games for the story, and here it's a bit controversial for some, but not for me. This game has absolutely beautiful, amazing story, or rather not the story itself, but the world building. The world itself is incredibly unique and incredibly beautiful, but beautiful in a depressing way. This world, you can say that is post-apocalyptic world for insects. It's basically that. Everything is bad and everyone is just struggling to survive and doing their best to basically live or just push through till the end of their days. But not everyone is like this. There are some few places, there are some few characters that are giving this world a little bit of glimmer of hope. Their optimism, their positivity just makes you feel like, yeah, even in the most dire situations that you can actually learn how to live, not just survive. And you will see a lot of characters like that in this world. Not only the good ways, but not only characters that are optimistic, but the characters that are also incredibly pessimistic as well, and just waiting for the world, their world to end, or but basically waiting for the death to come. And this story and this melancholic situation, the melancholic atmosphere that this game has, is incredibly well written. And this is one of the few games where absolute pessimism can have their own beauty. It's beautiful in a certain way, not just visual, but also the story-wise as well. But this is the thing that is not very easy to make. But there is also one more thing why the Hollow Knight is an absolute masterpiece. And this is the thing that people are usually overlooking. And this is sound. This game has one of the most beautiful and melancholic soundtracks that I've ever listened. And not just melancholic, it is just beautiful. This music is absolutely haunting and amazing, and I even listened to it sometimes just outside of the game as well. But not just that, but also the sound design as well. The same way as colors play the different roles in the visual look of the game, the sound plays sometimes even bigger role, because the sound transitions from place to place, and how different environments sound, and how enemies sound, and how every movement has its own impact is not easy to accomplish. It's not also easy to make it work with the visual. And with all these things combined, the visuals of the game, the story of the game, the gameplay and sound, makes it basically a perfect game. But even that's not all. The perfection also goes into its accessibility as well, because this game is incredibly accessible because it's really cheap and really easy to run on basically anything. Game has a full price of only $15, and you can get it for just $11 on Instant Gaming at all times. So it's incredibly cheap as well. And with an absolute masterfully crafted entire game for that price, this is the game that is must play for every single gamer. You should not miss that, especially if you're anticipating the sequel Hollow Knight Silksong, which hopefully will be at least as good as the Hollow Knight, if not better. And this video is sponsored by channel's partner and supporter, Instant Gaming. If you want the best games for the best prices, no matter whether it's a big sale or not, Instant Gaming is the way to go. No matter which console you're playing on, and no matter what time of the year it is, Instant Gaming has the best deals for you. And prices can sometimes be really cheap. So much so that you would not even believe that. But trust me, they're real. So check out the Instant Gaming through my link in the description down below. And don't forget to check out that the giveaway is still up, because you might actually win any game of your choice. Yes, any game. Now back to the video. Well, this will be it for today. Let me know what you think about the Hollow Knight, whether you like it or not. And if you like this type of videos, you can watch another videos right here, whatever the YouTube actually tells you to watch. Don't forget to subscribe here as well. This will be it for today. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.